Whenever this man checked into a hotel, the first thing he did was place a glass on the door handle and a pot lid on the floor. If anyone tried to enter the room, he would know instantly, no matter how expensive his phone was. After making one call, he smashed it and threw it into the water so no one could track his location. Even while sleeping, he set an alarm every 30 minutes. That way, he never slept deeply enough for anyone to catch him off guard. Mike wasn't an ordinary man. He was one of the world's deadliest contract killers. That day, his mission was to kill a millionaire. The plan was simple: hide inside a building, wait, and pull the trigger the moment the target appeared. But just then, a woman suddenly stepped in front of him and blocked the perfect shot. A few moments later, the target finally appeared. This was the perfect chance. But Mike noticed his heart rate was 65 beats per minute. For a perfect shot, that was slightly too high. There was no time to wait. He pulled the trigger. He thought about taking a second shot, but at that exact moment, the curtains closed. The mission had failed. Mike quickly packed up his gear. Before leaving, he picked up the empty shell casing from the floor. He never left evidence behind. He jumped on his electric bike and disappeared before the police arrived. On the way, he threw away the gun magazine. Then he dumped his bag. He escaped through narrow streets where police were less likely to look. He even threw his helmet into a river. After that, he entered a restroom near a convenience store. He cleaned himself carefully, shaved his beard, changed his clothes, and sprayed on perfume so police dogs couldn't catch his scent. Then he took a taxi to the airport. Before going inside, he threw his last backup pistol into a trash can. Even then, he couldn't relax. He kept thinking the police dogs might still smell him. Suddenly, one police dog looked straight at him. He immediately stepped out of the line and rushed into the restroom. He washed his hands 10 times and even threw away his watch while cleaning up. Using a fake ID, he booked a new ticket and finally passed security. He called his boss and admitted the mission had failed. His boss was furious, but only said, "It's fine, we'll see." As soon as the call ended, Mike removed the SIM card and snapped it into pieces. Even after boarding the plane, he stayed completely alert. He noticed one man staring at him again and again. Then he saw the same man inside the terminal, and later at the boarding gate. Now something felt wrong. He was sure he was being watched. At the last second, he changed his mind and didn't board the flight. Instead, he decided to spend the night at a hotel near the airport. He ordered a steak but never touched it. The moment the waiter left, he locked the door. Just like always, he placed a glass on the door handle and a pot lid on the floor, so he would know if anyone tried to enter. He also kept the steak knife beside him for protection. The night passed without any trouble. The next morning, he carefully checked everything. Nothing seemed suspicious, so he left the hotel. A little later, he caught another flight and finally reached his city without any problems. He got into his pickup truck and drove toward home. On the way, he changed his route several times to make sure no one was following him. At last, he reached his secret hideout. But the moment he reached for the fingerprint scanner, he suddenly noticed a few tiny marks on the ground. One look was enough for him to realize someone had been there before him.